We had a very busy week. We visited the histories, places where Saint Vincent started his own mission. We went to Saint Lazare, we visited Saint Nicolas de Champarish, we went to Rue du Bac, and today we visited the tomb of Frédéric Ozama. We talk about the participation of very important person in the living of the Saint Vincent, virtue, doctrine. We talk about Catherine Labouré, we talk about Louise de Mauriac, we talk about Rosalie Rendu and Frédéric Ozana. And we worked too hard. We had a very busy day every day. We worked too hard. And I want to appreciate the organizer who took.
I know that I was very powerfully moved at the beginning of the week, simply praying in the Rue du Bac, because I happened to sit near the statue of St. Vincent. If you ever were there, you would know that he's surrounded by flames. And because it was at the Pentecost time, I just felt that Pentecost spirit permeating my spirit as this whole group began to ignite the fire of the charism. That was very powerful for me. It was also very powerful to be at the tomb of Frédéric Ozanam, because I think that he represented not only charity but also justice, and that inspired me.
In terms of the highlight, meeting people from different parts of the world who are doing good things and grappling with significant issues and feeling together.
Yeah, I found this weekend very useful for my branch. Especially I just learned some very useful things, like many other branches of Vincentian Family, which I didn't know until this week. And also I learned many things about collaboration, which maybe I didn't even think about it before coming here.
The favorite part of it is, the heritage of the Vincentian, and also I can say also what they call how to the skills.
Met other people. What was the most powerful, the most beautiful things for you, the most important thing for you?
Well, for me it was everything important, but two things which take my heart. First, I more understanding which big gift we like Vincentian Family have when we have first day with Father Patrick. He said to us about miracle medallion, and he said about a special gift from God, from Mary, for Vincentian Family, this miracle medallion. For me it's very important. Next, how we it was third day, what we must do when we have conflict in our collaboration, because in our parish, in my works like volunteer IC, we have good experience to collaboration with another branch of Vincentian Family, and this sometimes is problem. We like people.
Favourite bit? I think it's just being in a really varied group where the experience is very rich and deep, where we're all learning together and experiencing many different things and finding out about each other's work as we go along.
My favourite part of this week with VFCAP is the opportunity to collaborate and build friendships, relationships with Vincentians from across the world. There are Vincentians here from countries that I didn't know we had Vincentians in, so just the chance to share a meal, to share fellowship, to laugh together, to learn together is really enriching, and I'm really grateful for that.
What's been the highlight for you this week?
Well, it's hard to say just one thing. Certainly the experience being at the Rue du Bac, to pray together, to have that contemplative prayer experience with all the other members, to just sit in silent prayer for about 15 minutes. And then today to visit the tomb of Frederick Ozanam. That was also very moving to me. Those are, and many others, but those are two. And being with all these people from all over the world, I mean, it's amazing. Men and women, priests, clergy, lay people. It's been exciting.
I think it's a coming together of a lot of experiences, really. There's no one experience, but it's the whole experience. It's the fact that there's young and old in the program. It's the fact that they're from all over the world, bringing their different perspectives and cultures. It's the fact that Father Gregory was here to share it with us, which was very important to us, I think. So a lot of experiences came together for me, and it was just the togetherness, the honesty, the honest communication, the fact that the team was well led, well prepared, and the team meant it. It meant it, and there was a pace that drove right through the program. That made it very good experience.
And what is your personal experience? What had you lived here like very strong?
I have learned so much about the other Vincentian family group, and that as much as we are all parts of the world, we're actually not that far away from each other, and that really there are many things we can do to help each other and to link. And some of those thoughts are only occurring to me today, 10-15 minutes ago. So I think I would keep learning from the week as time goes on, and I'll be reminded of little moments why didn't I think of that then? But it's through conversation that I'm being reminded, and a great eye-opener.
The most thing that have touched me mostly is about what I have seen, the tomb of Frederick Ozanam, the chapel where Catherine is, the body where Catherine is, and then these things have touched me really, because I never thought that I would see these things in this century.
The really great part about it has been the singing. I don't have a good voice at all, but I've been able to be really touched by singing words that I've sang before, but it was as if I was singing it for the very first time and seeing it in a new light. So I feel very blessed to have taken part in this, and I feel very much invigorated.
One thing that especially struck you?
The visits, it's something that is very special, because it doesn't happen every day that you get to see these Vincentian places.
Okay.
Yeah. And of course, the other thing is the presence of the other branches. Being able to listen to their stories, particularly both the triumphs and the struggles in terms of collaboration.
Thank you.
And what is the most strong experience?
For me, it's the collaboration and the meeting the Vincentian family from around the world and getting to hear stories about the work we all do and share ideas.
I think the most memorable experience was going to the tomb of Frederick Ozanam. As a member of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, he's a spiritual hero of mine, and as a father and a husband and a layperson in the church, as an employee of an organization, as a volunteer or a member in the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, the more experience I gain in this organization, the more parallels I draw between my life and the life of Frederick.
What most impacted you?
There were two main things. The first thing is the wonderful people that have been part of the group. Every single one of them has been just amazing and great. The very first evening when I arrived, you felt that you got on well with everybody and that they're just wonderful, and I hope to keep in touch with lots of them. The other thing that I found wonderful was the heritage side of it. I'd already done all those things before on a number of occasions, but in particular the Rue du Bac, when we went there for that evening, and we had the 15 minutes of total silence, and although I've been here before and it is quiet in there because people are very prayerful, on that particular occasion it was totally silent, and unusually I found myself actually getting very emotional and the tears came into my eyes. But I'll go back with a wonderful memory of everything that happened here this week.
What is the experience or the thing that you've lived in a very powerful way here?
Actually, the fact that other people are having sometimes the same problems that we think we are having, and sometimes it's quite the same situation. Sometimes I think that this problem has to do with the culture, with the kind of people that we're having, with the kind of people that we're dealing with. But just listening to all of these people discussing most probably the same situation, same problems, it is a very good experience to know that even in problems you're not alone. You have other people who are having the same problems, sharing the solution together. This is another very interesting thing.
Really, to me, the favorite part of the week was to see something done yesterday in the program, very new, not rehearsed, where one of the attendees was placed with a therapist who put her at ease, where she was able to open up and say things that to me perhaps would not have been said in any other place than this program. And I was sitting there looking in awe. It looked almost like it was a TV program. It's very, very strong to me to see the feeling coming from the Vincentian collaboration, where one is with the other, and with the 5 virtues of the Vincentians.
What has been the most powerful experience for you?
The most powerful experience is to discover our identity and to love it and to share it with others and to decide to move on working for benefit of the poor and of needy people.
I think the best part of the week for me was the experience of meeting all of these people from all over the world in the different branches. I don't have a big international experience, and this was a wonderful way to get to know real people doing real things in this tradition.
Be inspired not only by our founders, but also to be constantly inspired by the Vincentians today, who are doing wonderful work around the world.
On a personal level, what I've definitely lived here is the shared experiences that people have across cultures. It's interesting because I think we think that culture affects situations, a lot does, but it's interesting to see how many things are human nature, and so that's the biggest personal takeaway.
What is most powerful, what you like most about your time here in Paris, about all that happened during the formation?
Formation. Meeting team, formation about Vincentian spirit, and talking about it to other person who don't know our spirituality. Because in our parish, some person ask us what it means to be a lady of charity.
What touches you the most during this program?
During this program, it's my first time to participate for this kind of international meeting.
So that makes me very excited, and could see people from different parts of the world that they came with different and very precious life experiences. So this makes me very happy. That's it.
Thank you, Jonah.
And what was your favorite part of the week?
The visit to the Vincentian site is the heritage. That is my favorite site of the. Especially visits to the Vincentian heritage touched me when I went to visit. So it really touched me more than what I have read from the books.
What has been the most powerful experience for you?
Sharing the experiences of the leaders.
Different things. What struck you more?
Every day was very important. I think every day I tried to get a lot of information and a lot of gifts for me and for my next life in the future. But I think the first day was very important because I saw that Vincentian family is like a gift for us. So, and I'm very happy to be here during this week.
Okay.